Right, welcome back to part 2 of this video now. So, what I've got at the minute is I've got my background layer and I've got 3 frames with action script on, and then I have one frame, just the one frame, with my sound on that I'm going to play. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to create a button on the button layer. So let's click on the button layer. What I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to create a very simple button. So using my oval tool, I'm going to create a button. Now I'm just going to put it at the side for the time being. Eventually I'm actually going to stick it onto my jukebox, but just for the time being I'll stick it on the side. I'm going to then use my selection tool to select that, and I'm going to press my F8, which hopefully, oh, it's doing the volume on this computer. Let's do F8. We'll take it to the library. So I'm going to do a button, and I'm just going to call that button 1. Now I'm not going to put any text on it because I'm going to reuse this button over and over again. So if I go to my button in the library, all I'm going to do is I'm going to insert some keyframes and just add a different colour each time for when it's hovering over it or when I've clicked down on it, and finally when I've pressed that button. Let's go back to scene 1. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put 3 buttons on this for the 3 songs that I'm going to play. So there's one button, making sure I've got the button layer selected. I have got my second button there and my third button. As I say, eventually I'm actually going to stick them on my jukebox to make it look like I'm playing some records. Now each of those buttons needs to have a label on it. So I'm going to go to the label layer. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use my paintbrush here, and let's just simply, now on my labels layer I'm going to put a 1, a 2 and a 3. Next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my timeline out so it goes to item number 3. So right click and just insert a frame, and you can see your timeline is extended. Right click, insert a frame, and right click and insert a frame. Okay, so now control and enter to play the movie. You'll see I've got my jukebox, I've got my 3 buttons. As I say, they're not on the jukebox at the minute, but at a later point I'll actually put them on the jukebox so they fit in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some action script to those buttons to make them go and play the song. So back to my button layer. Okay, use the black selection tool, and I'm just going to select button 1. I'm going to press F9 this time, which gets me to my action scripting. And what I'm going to do is, with my action scripting, before the battery runs out on this here, I'm going to do a movie clip control on release, because it is a button. What I want to do is I want to go to and play, and the place that I want to go to is, in fact, I want to go to frame 2, because that's where it's going to make sure it stops any sounds which are currently playing, and then it will roll on to frame number 3 where it will stop with my music playing. So let's click frame number 2, is what I need. Okay. So if I just show you that again, back to the buttons layer, sorry, and my action scripting. It's got my on release, go and play 2. Let's test it out now. So my buttons light up. If I press 1,